ਕਿੱਥੋਂ ਤੇਰੇ ਨਾਲ ਕਿਤੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਕਿਹੜਾ ਦੇ ਦੀਏ ਨੀ ਸਾਨੂੰ ਸਾਡੀਆਂ ਦਿਖਾਉਂਦੀਆਂ ਨੇ ਘੋੜੀਆਂ ਨੱਚ ਕੇ ਨੀ ਤੂੰ ਅੱਜ ਫਿਰ ਆਈ ਬੀਬਾ ਜੱਜ ਕੇ ਤੈਨੂੰ ਕਿੰਨੀ ਵਾਰੀ ਦੱਸਿਆ ਮੈਂ ਬਚ ਕੇ ਤੈਨੂੰ ਦੱਸਿਆ ਮੈਂ ਮੇਰੇ ਕੋਲੋਂ ਬਚ ਕੇ ਤੈਨੂੰ ਦੱਸਿਆ ਮੈਂ ਮੇਰੇ ਕੋਲੋਂ ਬਚ ਕੇ So welcome to all those who are watching the live stream here now, and let's make a new trade here. As I can see, it's just moving in the upward direction. So guys, welcome to all those who are watching me right now here, as I'm going to make the trade here now, the biggest one. So let's wait for the round, or maybe I can do like 300, 3800. As it's moving to the downward right now, if I make this trade, like if I came like 10 minutes before and 20 minutes before, so here if I make the down trade, then it will give the profit. Here if I make the continuous trade in the upward direction from here, then it also gives the trade, like perfect, beneficial. So let's see what is going on here now. As I can see, it's moving downward, so it can also went to upper side. We have to just focus on here. It's trying to move downward, but mostly chances are to go back to the upward. I will explain all these things after some trades. Firstly, I have to make some trades and let me show you like it's working or not. So guys, it can went to the upward direction or downward direction, depend on our time, like 2 minutes the time duration, and it's moving downward. But here you can see both lines are moving in the upward direction, so there is chances to go back in the upward. If it didn't go back, then I will use the martingale strategy, and I will show you like how to make the trade and how you can recover your money. So we can see the active trade here now. You can see as our remaining time is, we can check here. Let me click on the active trade and this will be a loss because it's coming to downward, so it's okay. I will make the new trade here because the time is, I think, yes, it's finished. No successful trade, and here it's a loss. Now it's trying to move in the upward direction, but it's okay. I didn't make the 7,800, otherwise it will give the like two big loss. But here I can make again the new trade. Here it's going very pretty cool. Let's check and focus on our fantastic composite index. As you can see, it's just moving in the upward direction. So here you can also make the upward trade. This is the Europe composite index, and here I use the Asia composite index in the previous one, and here it is like just went to below side. Otherwise before it is went in the upward, 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 upward. But here it's trying to now to go back to downward. And today is the successful rate of the Asia composite index is 91 percentage, and the Europe composite index, as I noticed from the last some time, it's just moving like on the higher profitable trade. So these things are in your hand. You can choose according to your choice. Like this is the composite index method. Here you just click and you will see these a lot of lots of methods. This is the like highest. On the top one is the like giving highest profitable trade, and we use the 2 minute trades here. So let's see. It's just moving in the upward direction right now. Here it's trying to move, come back to the downward, right? But it also can go back again to the upward. Let's check our Asia composite index. Oh well, it's going in the downward direction right now. So and what about Europe, USD? They are also like flexibility change. It's continuous moving in the upward direction, right? From here it's just moving in the upward direction from the last 1 2 3 4 5 minutes. It's just moving up and up. So here it's like good chance to make the trade. If it comes here, then I will surely make a trade here, because it just went in the upward direction and there is no chance to come back in the downward direction. So let's wait for the 9 seconds, and after that we will see the new direction, like on which direction it will move. Here it's trying to go back to the downward, as you can see, guys. But before it, just moving in the upward direction. So let's wait. As it is still moving in the upward direction, right? Here it's trying to down. Okay, 10 seconds wait, and after that we will see like it will goes to the upward or downward. Yeah, now it's trying to move downward. What about commodity composite index? Here it is going pretty well in the upward direction, but also trying to move in the downward direction. So here both chances can be happen. And the gold one is like, it's good to check all of these methods, like which is the going very well in the same direction where we can make the trade. 5 4 3 2 1. So Asia Composite Index from the last like 3 minutes, 1, 2, 3. How I am counting these minutes? Because here I choose the time frame of 1 minute, and when you will look on this Japanese candlestick, these are like candles formation, so we can call it, or it's officially called the Japanese candlestick. So I count the time like 1 minute, 2 minute, 3 minute. After that, after the 3 minutes, it went to the a little bit upward in the 2 minutes, continuous 2 minute. 1 minute, 2 minute. After that, it came back again to the downward. Then it's trying to go back again in the upward direction. So here it is also going again to the downward direction, but it can also come back in the upward. So we can wait here. There is no necessity to make the continuous trade whenever you are seeing just one Japanese candlestick is moving that direction. You can at least wait some seconds or some minutes, and after that decide to where you have to make the trade. So you can avoid your mistakes. So Asia Composite Index is moving right now in the upward direction. Let's Euro USD, which I use in the starting, it just give only 82 percentage. When I notice like they are giving the high percentage rate, so I prefer to make the trade on these composite index because they are giving the good good result of the benefit. That's why everyone like always benefit. Nobody should like to lose something. Like nobody is happy when someone is losing. Like I am losing, I lose many like a huge amount, but it's okay for me because I can recover this money. But I want to teach you only here, so you can avoid these further mistakes, and this will not happen with you again. Or sometimes barely, if it's happened, then you have the chances to recover by the using of the martingale strategy. And now I'm just waiting like on which time I have to make a good. So let's check. Our gold is 91 percentage, and the Asia Composite Index is also giving the 91 percentage today as Asia Composite Index. Like gold always give 91 percentage, but Asia Composite Index some days before, like 2 days ago, it was on the 93 percentage rate. But here it is not going pretty well. But it's okay as compared to the other composite index. It is still better. Yes, it's better than nothing. Let's check 20 seconds, and after that we will make the new trade, like where it will move in the upward direction or to the downward direction. Here it changed the direction, like it's moving downward, but it can also come back to the upward. So Asia Composite Index, we can use the Euro Europe also trying to move to the upward because 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. From the last 8 minutes, it's just moving to the downward, and here it's trying to come back in the upward direction. Here it's still going back to downward. It's still reaching to the downward from the last 1 minute, 2 minute, 3 minute, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 minute. This is the 9 minute. It's continuously moving to the downward. As compared here, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. But here the biggest one, like big Japanese candlestick, and I think it will still move to the downward. So focus on our composite of the which one. So here's a composite index which was moving from here till there 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 minutes. Guys, you have to wait here. I will make one trade of the highest. So I'm just looking here like on what perfect time I can make this trade. So that's why I'm just looking here. Maybe I will make on the Euro composite index. So because as you can see, it's trying to move to the upward here. Now it doesn't trying to come back to the downward as from the last 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 minutes. It's just moving to the downward. Here it's trying to move upward, but it can come back again also to the downward because here both lines of the momentums are moving to the downward, but here this blue line is still movable in the upward direction. That's why we have to wait for some seconds. It went now it's, I think it's again, it's just trying to move in the upward and upward. So here's a composite index, it's moving now downward. It will come back again to the upward. Just wait for the 10 seconds as it's written here, 10 seconds. So it changed the direction as it is just moving in the upward direction that time, but here it's moving and trying to reach to the downward, but it can come back again to the upward direction. So we can not waste our time, we can look another one as this one is still trying to move in the upward direction. What about the commodity composite index? It's just moving up and up. This yellow line is moving in the upward and the blue line is trying to move to the downward. That's why this Japanese candlestick is forming to the downward direction, but it can come back again in the upward. I'm just waiting for one trade and one perfect time so it will gives and recover the previous losses. That's why I'm not making the silly trading now like 300 400. I just put the 7800 dirham. And here it's moving downward. Both are moving downward, and this is the Asia Composite Index. Here one upward, then one downward, then upward, then downward, then upward, then downward. Bind illogical is going on here. Asia Composite Index is just moving to the downward from the both sides. It's not looking like that it will come back again to the upward direction. Here it's just trying to move only and in the downward direction. So I can wait here. 4 seconds, 3 seconds. It's going very well now in the upward direction, but it can come back in the downward direction again, so I will not make in the upward direction. Here I can make when it will come back to the again here, and after that it can try to reach to the upward or downward. That's why let's say wait a little and then I will make the trade. 10 seconds, and let's check Europe Composite Index. It's going still in the downward. 3, 2, 1. It can go upward again. So we have the time only 2 minutes, and let's check our active trade here. It's going in the profit now. If it doesn't come back to the downward so much, like it has to be remain in the upward direction. Wow, did you see? In just like from here till here, it come back in just some seconds. But here it has to be reached like in the down in the upward direction, then it will give too much time. But here it didn't took any time, it just moved in the upward direction. Check our composite of the Euro Composite Index. It is going very well again in the upward direction. I think this is the big loss now. And what is the time remaining here now? We can check the time period. 2 minutes. When the time is finished, it's going to the downward. 2, 4, 5. Here from the last 5 minutes it just went in the upward direction, and it will come back again, it will goes to the upward direction again, so I can wait here because I don't think that it will move to the downward too much. What about the Asia Composite Index? Oh, it's still trying to move to the downward, guys. Three, two, one, and it has to be reached to the upward and upward and more upward. Like I see here it's 38 seconds, and on the active trade the time remaining is here 39 seconds, and this is moving in the upward direction, so it will record this big loss. So let's wait for the 30 seconds, and after that it will give the profit again. That's why I told you, like, there is no need to be panic because it can recover your whole money which you lost. That's good, very good, quietly, very fantastic trade. And wow, it's really going very well. So here the trade is how much time? 6 seconds. 5, 6, and this is the profitable. Here you can see this money will increase. Yes. And this trade it recovered this. If I make like here 50,000, then it will recover whole. So I have to make just only one trade, and after that it will gives the whole profit. Like there will be no loss after that. So I use here gold, and gold like quietly good. Now let me check another one. Is a composite index. Asia Composite Index is moving like a variable in the upper side, downward side. So, and the Europe Composite Index, I didn't make here any trade right now, but I think I have to make here quietly, giving the too much profit, like just one profit, and it will give the huge amount of the profitable trade. Ah, it's already went in the upward direction. When it will come back to the again to the downward, then I can make the, oh, it's trying to move to the downward. So let's skip this one because it can also come back here to downward. We are not sure about it, but it can also move in the upward direction that it's moving right now. What about the commodity composite index? Commodity composite index is just moving in the downward direction. So what do you think, guys? In the next 2 minutes, it will just move in the downward or upward? Let's wait for the 7, 8. Zero, and here it's trying, like, see, here it's trying again to come back in the upward direction. Wow, it's a composite index is also moving in the upward direction. As I can see, every composite index is just moving in the upward direction. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and it will gives the new Japanese candlestick with the new direction. So it can goes to the downward or upward. It depends on the as it's just moving in the upward right now. Hmm. Here it's just going in the upper side. If it come back here like from here till here, and I just make a trade, and after that it just move up and down, then it's really good, quite fantastic good. I will make one last trade and after that I will go from here. Before finishing the live stream, I want to try to make a use the same amount of money. So I'm just looking a perfect time as I looked the previous time. Here like it went in the upward direction, then it came back again to the downward direction. That's why there is no fixable here. Check our another composite index. Oh, wow, it's just moving in the upward direction. If I make like from the last 2 minutes, then surely it will give the profitable trade because it is not trying to move to the downward. It's just focusing on the upward trade. Here it came for little bit, but it can go back again to the upward. Here it come back to downward, right? But it will go back again to the upper right. What about the gold? Oh, gold went very upward. Like here I make, and after that it just for some minute it just move in the upward, and after that it come back to the downward. Nine, 8, 7, 6, 5. It's trying to move downward, but it will go back again to the upward. It can come back again to the downward because the sign is completely movable to the downward. See, here it's trying to move to the downward, but forcefully it is also trying to come back to the upward. Let's come back again to the upward direction. The upward direction, and here it's again trying to move downward, so it's not coming good. Check our Asia Composite Index. Asia Composite Index as it's trying to move to the downward, then again it's trying to go back again upward. Where I have to invest on the it's quite going very bad. Good, it's going very well now. Europe Composite Index trying to move only downward like from here. Okay, let's make 2 minutes trade. Here it changed the direction, right? So move over another composite index. That one gives the profit. We will move there. Like it's still trying to downward, but here it will go back really to the upward. Both lines are moving in the down upward. Even after that, it's trying to move to the downward. Let's make it 3 minutes, but not in the downward. Let's make an up trade. 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5. Here it can go back again to the downward. The Euro Composite Index is still moving in the upward direction. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 minutes. What do you think? In the next 2 minutes, it will goes to the upward direction or to the downward direction? Thirteen seconds. 10 seconds.
ਪਿਆਰੀ ਕਿਉਂ ਪਾਇਆ ਸਜਣਾ ਵੇ ਜੇ ਦਿਲ ਚੋਂ ਸਾਨੂੰ ਕੱਢਣਾ ਸੀ ਪਹਿਲਾਂ ਪਿਆਰੀ ਕਿਉਂ ਪਾਇਆ ਸਜਣਾ ਵੇ ਜੇ ਦਿਲ ਚੋਂ ਸਾਨੂੰ
11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And now it's trying to move to the downward. Yes, it's trying to move to the downward now. See guys. Because already it went too much far in the upward. Now it's trying to come back to the downward. And here it's completely going like opposite. But even after all this, it's just moving in the upward. And gold is going in the downward, yes. So finally Asia Composite Index is moving in the upward direction after a lot of time. Asia Composite Index. It's again moving to the downward. Gold is moving downward, 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 and downward from the last 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 minutes. It's just moving to the downward. I skip the green one, which just go like for 1 minute in the after towards upside. After that, overall, it came back to the downward, and still it is just moving to downward. Yes, see guys here. We need to something like just for 2 minutes. So 2 minutes, the perfect time is for Asia Composite Index is moving 2 minutes to downward, and Europe is trying just only in upward direction. Yeah, that's good, really nice. It's just moving in the upward. Here it's trying to move downward. - 20 seconds, 15 seconds, till we can check the another one. Seven, 5, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and yes, it's trying upward, but it will also move to the downward. Just listen the music. Wow, gold is still moving in the downward, guys. Gold only can give the profitable investment. If you invest on the gold, it will give the profit because it's just moving in the downward, 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 downward. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 minutes, and this one is the 9 minute. It's just moving in the downward direction. Here it changed the direction, right? Here it's trying to move upward, but it's not look like that it will went to the upward. It again trying to move to the downward. So guys, it's time to go from here now, and I just want to make a last trade. I'm just checking which one is the best.
ਇਹ ਮੁੰਡੇ ਪਾਗਲ ਨੇ ਸਾਰੇ ਗੱਲਾਂ ਵੱਡੀਆਂ ਵੱਡੇ ਨਾਲ ਉਮਰ ਦੀ ਹੌਲੀ ਅੜੀਏ ਤੂੰ ਨਹੀਂ ਬਚ ਕੇ ਇਹ ਮੁੰਡੇ
Five, four, three, two, one.
ਵੱਡੀਆਂ ਵੱਡੇ ਉਮਰ ਦੀ ਹੌਲੀ ਅੜੀਏ ਇਹਨਾਂ ਨੇ ਚੱਲੀ ਕਰ ਜਾਣਾ ਲੋਕਾਂ ਵਿੱਚ ਕੱਲੀ ਕਰ ਜਾਣਾ ਸੱਟ ਤੇ ਤੋਂ ਜਰ ਕਿੱਥੇ ਹੋਣੀ ਬਿਨ ਬੀਤੇ ਟੱਲੀ ਕਰ ਜਾਣਾ ਹੁਸਨ ਤੇਰੇ ਤੋਂ ਨੇ ਹਾਰੇ ਕਰਨ ਨੂੰ ਫਿਰਦੇ ਨੇ ਕਾਰੇ ਗੱਲਾਂ ਵਿੱਚ ਗੱਲ ਤੂੰ ਡਾਲੀ ਜਾ ਨਾ ਸੁਣਨਾ ਕਹਿ ਇਹ ਮੁੰਡੇ ਪਾਗਲ ਨੇ ਸਾਰੇ ਗੱਲਾਂ ਵੱਡੀਆਂ ਵੱਡੇ ਨਾਲ ਉਮਰ ਦੀ ਹੌਲੀ ਅੜੀਏ ਤੂੰ ਨਹੀਂ ਬਚ ਕੇ ਰਹਿ ਇਹ ਮੁੰਡੇ ਪਾਗਲ ਨੇ ਸਾਰੇ ਗੱਲਾਂ ਵੱਡੀਆਂ ਵੱਡੇ ਨਾਲ ਉਮਰ ਦੀ ਹੌਲੀ ਅੜੀਏ ਤੂੰ ਨਹੀਂ ਬਚ ਕੇ ਰਹਿ
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Here it's again trying to move to the downward, but it will go back to the upward again. Looks like that. So it's went finally in the upward direction, right?
ਇਹ ਮੁੰਡੇ ਪਾਗਲ ਨੇ ਸਾਰੇ ਗੱਲਾਂ ਵੱਡੀਆਂ ਵੱਡੇ ਨਾਲ ਉਮਰ ਦੀ ਹੌਲੀ ਅੜੀਏ ਤੂੰ ਨਹੀਂ ਬਚ ਕੇ ਰਹਿ
It will come back now. Well, it's time. Next time I will make this recover this money. So let's move from here. Bye bye guys. See you again in the next live stream.